Welcome to the WION podcast. In this episode, we uncover some of the most popular science myths people still believe in 2026 and explore why the human brain loves simple stories more than complicated scientific facts. Many science myths continue to survive even in 2026, not because they are true, but because people enjoy believing stories that sound simple, surprising, and exciting. Our brains naturally prefer ideas that are easy to remember and emotionally satisfying, which is why myths often spread faster than real scientific facts. So now, let's talk about 7 interesting science myths that people still believe today. The first myth is that humans use only 10% of their brains. This idea has been repeated for years in movies, motivational speeches, and popular culture, making people believe that hidden mental powers are waiting to be unlocked. However, science has proven this wrong. Brain scans show that humans use almost every part of the brain at different times, even during sleep. In fact, damage to very small areas of the brain can create serious problems in memory, movement, or behavior, which would not happen if most of the brain were actually unused. People still love this myth because it gives them hope that they possess untapped potential. Moving on to the next myth, many people believe that goldfish have only a 3-second memory. The phrase goldfish memory has become a common joke used for forgetful people. But research shows that goldfish are far smarter than most people think. They can learn routines, recognize environments, and remember things for months. This myth survives mainly because it is funny, easy to repeat, and has become part of everyday language. Another popular belief is that cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Many people grew up hearing warnings about how the cracking sound would damage their joints in the future. However, studies have found no strong evidence connecting knuckle cracking to arthritis. The sound may feel unpleasant to hear, but it is not proven to be harmful in the way people imagine. The myth continues because the human brain often assumes that if something sounds bad, it must be unhealthy. Another widely believed myth is that sugar makes children hyperactive. At birthday parties and celebrations, kids often become energetic after eating sweets, leading many parents to blame sugar for the behavior. But multiple controlled studies have found little evidence that sugar directly causes hyperactivity in most children. Psychologists say the belief survives largely because of confirmation bias, where people remember the moments that support the myth while ignoring the times it does not. Another famous myth says that the Great Wall of China is visible from space. For years, people proudly repeated this idea as proof of how massive the structure is. In reality, astronauts have explained that the wall is actually very difficult to see from orbit with the naked eye because it blends into the surrounding landscape. Even so, the myth remains popular because people enjoy the thought that humans created something so enormous it could be spotted from space. Moving further, many people still believe bats are blind. The phrase "blind as a bat" helped spread this misunderstanding for generations. In truth, bats can see quite well, and some species even have excellent eyesight. Along with their vision, they also use echolocation to move around in darkness. This myth survived simply because the phrase became deeply rooted in language long before science properly explained bat behavior. Finally, there is the myth that lightning never strikes the same place twice. While this saying sounds believable, science says the opposite. Lightning often strikes tall structures repeatedly, and buildings like the Empire State Building are hit many times every year. People continue believing this myth because humans naturally misunderstand probability and randomness. Once something rare happens, the brain assumes it is unlikely to happen again immediately. These myths continue to survive because they are memorable, entertaining, and emotionally appealing. Scientific explanations are often more detailed and less dramatic, while myths are short, catchy, and easier to share. That is why even in today's world, many people still choose simple stories over complex scientific truths. Thanks for tuning into this incredible story. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more captivating stories to come. Stay tuned.